evidence of these ancient structures that were just overcome by the jungle.
Have you seen the Honduran lost city of the monkey god?
Yes.
So great.
Yeah.
There's a legit full civilization in Honduras, like a bustling city.
For centuries, people believed the Amazon rainforest was untouched by humans, only inhabited by small tribes. But new research proves this wrong. It reveals a huge ancient civilization, never before recorded, living in the Amazon. This discovery is rewriting history and could shape our future. Let's explore what archaeologists found and its significance for humanity. Once upon a time, there was a man named Francisco de Orellana. He was born in 1511 to a rich family in Spain. When he grew up, he became a conquistador, which meant he explored and conquered lands in Central and South America. He wanted to become famous and find treasure. In 1540, Orellana joined a dangerous journey with other explorers. They wanted to find wealthy civilizations in the heart of South America. But things didn't go well. They traveled through tough mountains and dense jungles for months. They were hungry and sick by December. The leader of the group was desperate, so he sent Orellana and 50 men ahead to find food. Orellana and his men found a friendly tribe near a river. Orellana wanted to go back and tell the main group about it, but his men disagreed. They said going back upstream would be too hard. They forced Orellana to keep going. They followed the river and discovered a huge, powerful river in early February of 1542. It was later named the Amazon River. They saw massive settlements along the riverbanks, stretching for miles. One settlement had houses so close together that it seemed like they touched. They found amazing food in these settlements: meats, birds, fish, fruits like pineapples and avocados, and even a drink similar to beer. The settlements had big roads leading to them, but Orellana and his men were too scared to explore them. After spending over 6 months navigating the Amazon River, and a year and a half since leaving Peru, Orellana and his group finally reached the eastern mouth of the Amazon and sailed into the Atlantic Ocean. When Orellana returned to Europe, he became famous for the incredible tales of his journey. In 1544, he was made the governor of the new territory and given the task of conquering and settling the lands. However, Orellana's return journey didn't go well. Despite months of searching along the Brazilian coast, he couldn't find the mouth of the Amazon again. Sadly, he died in 1546 without ever returning to the Great River. Surprisingly, after Orellana's death, there weren't any major expeditions to the Amazon River for a long time. It wasn't until the late 1600s that Jesuit missionaries started exploring the area and establishing settlements. However, they didn't find the large civilizations that Orellana had described. Instead, they found dense jungle and small groups of indigenous tribes. Eventually, people began to believe that Orellana had lied about his discoveries. They thought the Amazon he described was just a made-up paradise. This belief grew stronger in the 20th century when scientists found that the soil in the Amazon rainforest couldn't support large-scale agriculture. It seemed impossible for the large populations and amazing food Orellana talked about to exist. So for a long time, people thought of the Amazon as an untouched wilderness. But in recent years, everything changed. In late 1992, Michael Heckenberger, an American anthropologist, took a spontaneous trip to the Mato Grosso region of the Amazon River Basin in Brazil. He wasn't expecting anything remarkable, just some time with the indigenous tribes there. However, while staying with the Quicuro tribe in January 1993, the chief urged him to visit a particular site. Following the chief, Heckenberger found himself in a massive ditch, over 6 to 10 feet deep and more than 30 feet wide, stretching for over a mile. Curiously, the soil was filled with small pottery pieces. Intrigued, Heckenberger decided to cancel his vacation plans and investigate further. He soon realized he had stumbled upon something incredible. The ditch was just a small part of a network of ancient sites and earthworks across the region, many larger than today's communities. Heckenberger was determined to uncover their secrets and began mapping and excavating sites across Mato Grosso. Over 10 years, he made remarkable discoveries. In 2003, he published his findings in Science Journal, revealing 19 settlements spaced every 2-3 miles. These settlements were connected by roads up to 165 feet wide, forming a grid across the region. According to Heckenberger, these roads were aligned in the same angles, suggesting a sophisticated urban planning system. In a surprising twist, Heckenberger's study revealed that the spaces between settlements were meticulously managed. organized into orchards and fields. The entire area, including the settlements, roads, farms, and orchards, seemed intentionally developed and interconnected. Heckenberger estimated that these settlements could have housed between 2,500 to 5,000 people. Carbon dating suggested they were active between 800 to 1600 CE, making them as populous as many European cities of the same era. The remains of these settlements had remained hidden for so long because they were constructed with mud brick and wood, materials that degrade quickly in tropical climates. Without the guidance of the local chief, Heckenberger might never have started his work. This discovery challenged previous beliefs about the population of the region and hinted at a more complex history. But it was just the beginning. Simultaneously, in 1999, Brazilian paleontologist Alceu Ranzi spotted vast earthworks from his plane flying over Acre, 1,000 miles west of Mato Grosso. Ranzi had heard of these earthworks before. In the 1970s, as a young geography student, he was part of a team that surveyed the area. They had recorded large shapes and patterns in the earth. But the findings received little attention. By 1999, Ranzi was a respected scientist, and seeing the earthworks reignited his interest. He embarked on a study and discovered dozens of geoglyphs throughout the region: circles, diamonds, hexagons, and interlocking rectangles, outlined by trenches up to 20 feet deep. Many had broad earthen avenues approaching them. It was evident to Ranzi that these geoglyphs, constructed by humans, were a significant archaeological find. Researchers from around the world joined the effort to unravel the mystery of who built them and when. By 2010, researchers were ready to share their findings in a report published in Antiquity Journal. They had uncovered over 200 geoglyphs spanning 150 miles from Bolivia through Acre to Amazonas state. These geoglyphs were linked by straight roads, forming a geometric grid across the landscape. The geoglyphs dated back as early as 200 CE and as late as 1283 CE, predating the arrival of Europeans. This challenged the belief that the Amazon had never hosted significant populations, with estimates suggesting up to 60,000 inhabitants. Despite these astonishing discoveries, researchers believed they had only scratched the surface. They estimated they had only found about 10% of what lies hidden. New structures were being discovered every week, indicating there was much more to uncover. Following 2010, researchers continued to find more geoglyphs across the area. By 2015, they had documented 306 geoglyphs in Acre, and by 2017, the number approached 500. In the late 2010s, archaeology saw a revolution with the emergence of light detection and ranging Lidar technology. Lidar involves firing infrared laser beams from an aircraft to the ground, creating a digital map of the terrain and revealing hidden archaeological features. In the dense Amazon jungle, where traditional exploration was challenging, Lidar allowed researchers to digitally deforest vast areas in a fraction of the time. This breakthrough meant that the mysteries hidden in the Amazon were finally being unveiled for the world to see. In 2018, a significant breakthrough occurred in Brazil's Mato Grosso region, where Michael Heckenberger had previously conducted groundbreaking work. Using LiDAR technology, researchers uncovered 81 geoglyphs near the Bolivia-Brazil border. Excavations revealed a network of interconnected roads and farms, linking fortified villages built on mounds. These villages contained causeways, large plazas, pottery remains, and burial sites. What set this discovery apart was that these settlements were far from major rivers, challenging the belief that ancient civilizations in the Amazon were concentrated along riverbanks. Instead, it suggested a continuous string of settlements extending deep into the jungle. Combining this data with existing information, researchers constructed a computer model estimating the total population of the region. Astonishingly, it suggested a population between 500,000 and 1 million people at its peak, dramatically revising previous estimates and changing perceptions of Amazonian civilization. Meanwhile, in Acre, where numerous geoglyphs had been found, LiDAR technology allowed researchers to understand the layout better. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Computer Applications in Archaeology revealed that the geoglyphs and villages were centered around mounds with radiating roads, forming a grid pattern. This layout was so remarkable that researchers believed it might represent indigenous cosmology, showcasing their sophisticated understanding of the cosmos. These discoveries led to a re-evaluation of the capabilities and complexities of ancient Amazonian societies. How they constructed such intricate grids remained a mystery, but as researchers pondered this question, another breakthrough occurred, perhaps the most astounding of all. The remote Llanos de Mojos region in Bolivia, nestled between Acre and Mato Grosso in the Amazon basin, had long been overlooked despite revealing intriguing archaeological sites like towering mounds and extensive causeways and canals. However, in 2022, archaeologists led by Heiko Prumers from Germany, the UK, and Bolivia unveiled shocking discoveries in a study published in Nature journal. Utilizing Lidar technology, Prumers and his team identified 26 distinct settlement sites in the region, including two remarkable urban centers named Landivar and Kotoka. These urban centers boasted monumental cores featuring massive earth platforms crowned by towering conical pyramids, surrounded by 3 rings of defenses and ramparts. These centers surpassed anything found in Acre or Mato Grosso in scale and sophistication. What made the discovery even more astonishing was the extensive network of smaller settlements spanning 200 square miles surrounding Landivar and Kotoka. Connected by roads and causeways, this urban area showcased an advanced hydrological system with canals and reservoirs, indicating control over water supply. Unlike previous discoveries, this represented a new form of tropical low-density urbanism unseen in Amazonia. This revelation suggested a previously unknown civilization, with large populations thriving in the region. Estimates now suggest a peak population between 6 to 9 million, potentially even surpassing 10 or 20 million. These numbers dwarfed previous estimations, revolutionizing perceptions of the Amazon's historical population. Prumers anticipates further discoveries, believing even larger cities await study. The exponential growth in population estimates in just a few years indicates the likelihood of further increases in the future, unveiling more of the hidden civilizations of the Amazon. With the mainstream scientific view officially disproved, it's clear that a massive civilization did indeed exist in the Amazon, as Francisco de Orellana originally recorded. However, the question arises, what happened to them? Why did future explorers not find any evidence of their existence? The tragic answer lies in the arrival of Europeans in South America, bringing diseases like smallpox and influenza that ravaged the indigenous populations. Estimates suggest that between the 16th and 18th centuries, 90% or even as much as 99% of South America's population perished due to these diseases. The once thriving civilization, with a population possibly reaching into the millions, was decimated within a few generations. As people vanished, the jungle reclaimed their lands, covering their cities. Moreover, because they constructed with mud brick and wood instead of stone, evidence of their existence deteriorated rapidly, buried beneath the jungle soil. By the time subsequent explorers ventured into the region, there was little left to discover, leading to the conclusion that the civilization had never existed. Modern scientists are now investigating the secrets of Amazonian terra preta soil, which could have transformative implications for agriculture worldwide. As exploration continues in the remaining unexplored areas of the Amazon, facilitated by technologies like Lidar, new archaeological sites are being discovered. Each discovery adds to our understanding of humanity's history and offers insights into sustainable living practices that could shape our future. By studying these ancient civilizations, we may gain valuable knowledge for addressing contemporary environmental challenges and ensuring the habitability of our planet.